情况就是这么个情况哦。
哪里？
不是我们不努力，你看外面都没有人。
哎呦我的妈！
再看看里面，都是自己人，很尴尬，这情面呢。干什么啊？
A beautiful lady's cry has broken the hearts of many bosses. This is the true picture of real life. Boss, this is the current situation. It's really not that we aren't working hard. Just look outside, there isn't a single person. And look inside, it's all our own staff. This situation is so embarrassing. Friends, after watching this video, do you think it's easy to do brick-and-mortar business in China now? As the lady said, it's not that we aren't working hard. There isn't a single customer in the mall, the only people here are our own employees. Where have all the people gone? In fact, whether it's clothing stores or food stores, the supermarkets outside look so empty that you couldn't hit a person with a stick. Where have all the people gone? Are they at home or at work? Nowadays, if you want to buy something, you can do it from home on your phone. Lying at home, you can easily choose a few items, like groceries, and they will be delivered to your door the next day. You don't even need to go out. So, isn't the current state of brick-and-mortar businesses exactly as the ladies cry, boss? It's not that we aren't working hard. We just can't find a single customer. A few years ago, having a storefront at home and doing a small business was something to be proud of. But look at the current situation of these brick-and-mortar stores. It's really hard to keep going. It's getting harder and harder. Whether it's selling clothes or supermarkets, you can see that all industries are struggling to find customers. It's not that there are fewer people, they just don't go out. They stay at home and use their phones to get everything done. Whether it's buying clothes or food, you can get anything you want online. Talking about brick-and-mortar businesses, if you have your own store, it's a bit better. But if you have to rent a store, the landlord doesn't know how much you're making. This year's rent has increased, and they want to raise it again next year. I don't know if it's because there are fewer people in this area or what, but clothing stores and supermarkets are almost empty this year. Brick-and-mortar business is really, really difficult.
来，大家看看现在还有没有人想开实体店的？
Everyone, let's take a look and see if anyone still wants to open a physical store. This is the commercial plaza here in Shenzhen, which can be considered a bustling area in the city center. It is now a little after 11 o'clock in the morning, right around lunchtime. Let's see if there are any people around. Outside, there are hardly any people, and inside the stores, there are also very few people. Some stores have closed down, and some have notices saying they are for sale. It's really very desolate. There is also an exhibition fair these days. I went in to take a look, and there were also no people. The main reason is that there are too few people going out shopping. Nowadays, people's shopping habits have shifted from offline to online. Some restaurants have very few customers, with most orders being takeout. Therefore, it's really not easy to run a physical store nowadays. Now, physical stores are just for selling emergency items, like if you suddenly need to buy some salt while cooking. Some people even buy rice online as long as they have enough time. They won't go to a physical store to buy things. With just a tap on their phone, someone will deliver the goods to their door. So, physical stores will become even more difficult to operate in the next few years. Landlords shouldn't expect too much. Don't think about raising the rent anymore. The overall environment has changed, and store owners' mindsets have changed, so landlords also need to change their thinking. There is no need to raise the rent. Once it's raised, no one will rent, and the place might be vacant for years without anyone showing interest. Therefore, I advise landlords to make adjustments. For those physical stores that are still open, as long as you're not losing money, keep going. It will only get harder in the future.
今年的状况非常的异常。
This year's situation is extremely unusual. As a convenience store owner for over 10 years, even I feel confused. This June's performance was worse than May's, which is hard to believe. Many physical store owners feel lost. With July approaching, we don't know if things will improve. Seeing some peers who closed their stores early, I can't help but envy their wise decisions. Running a store now feels like depleting savings. Not only is it not profitable, but some are even living off their past earnings. Sometimes I think about giving up, but I am reluctant, always hoping the next month will be better. Some people want to transfer or switch businesses but find no one willing to take over. People often say that anxiety is sold online, so let me show you the current situation. Today is Saturday, and at 7:50 in the evening, we have made 46 orders, earning 772 yuan and 5 jiao, and have been operating for nearly 15 hours. People say online shopping is cheaper than physical stores, so it should save money, but in reality, people haven't become wealthier because of it. Many even lack job opportunities. I think in a year or two, even 10 yuan items with free shipping might seem expensive. Have you noticed something strange? Now, on the streets, it's mostly middle-aged and elderly people shopping, while most young people prefer staying at home. What's going on here?
Hello everyone, although I am in the wholesale and franchise business, I feel that running a brick-and-mortar store has become extremely difficult nowadays. If it is not necessary and you lack experience, do not open a store, especially do not rent a storefront at a high price. You can see rental and transfer notices everywhere on the streets. Today's business is ideally very promising, but in reality, it is quite challenging. The businesses that can survive now are those that rely on accumulated resources, connections, and customer traffic over the years. Moreover, profits must be kept low because people's consumption habits are changing, even elderly people are shopping online. Therefore, brick-and-mortar stores are not as easy to run as they used to be. Everyone must invest cautiously and avoid entering the market blindly.
A business owner in the e-commerce industry recently shared their insights, stating that the first half of this year has been the most dismal in e-commerce history. Having been in the e-commerce business for over a decade, they found this year to be the most exhausting. Conversations with many long-time e-commerce professionals revealed a common trend, a significant drop in sales, leading to downsized teams and an overall revenue decline of approximately 30 to 50%. This year's Taobao 618 event, as everyone saw, elicited almost no response, giving the impression that Taobao is nearing the end of its road. Today, while speaking with a factory owner, he mentioned that their offline business has also seen a severe decline this year. Both distributors and direct stores are experiencing reduced sales. This trend is not limited to standard sales channels. High-end stores in large shopping malls in Beijing and Shanghai are also suffering. Therefore, whether online or offline, whether in the mid to low-end or high-end market, overall consumer desire is very subdued. When the market is on the rise, everyone can quickly improve their performance. Conversely, when the market is declining, even the greatest efforts may be in vain. Thus, what we can do now is to lower our desires and expectations, and safeguard our finances. Especially for those in e-commerce, it is important to explore and try new methods, but do not stake everything on one venture. Do not think that e-commerce is a way to defy fate. E-commerce is just an ordinary job, so do not have overly high expectations.